Hey everybody, it's Eric Mitchell with Client Direct Mortgage here with my buddy Sam. He's going to show us. He has built a presentation tool for loan officers that I would say if you're familiar with something like Mortgage Coach, there would be some similarities to, but he's done it a very different way and super unique in helping the individual loan officer versus the enterprise universe. And so, for the individual loan officer looking at a strategic way to create value for their clients, their financial planners, their CPAs, and realtors, obviously, it's a great presentation tool to help consumers better understand the choices that they're going to make and the ramifications of those choices. So let's take a look at what you got, man.
Hey, thanks for the intro. No, and I want to stay on that for 1 second. You nailed it. It's really hard to stand out as a loan officer, and too many resort to selling rate or something intangible like service. Plus, buyers won't buy what they don't understand, and they won't choose a lender until they feel like they've explored all their options and they can make an informed decision. So that's why we created the presentation tool so that LOs can get there quickly and present different loan options, visually show the borrower why they should choose you over someone else. So let me dive in and let me share the screen. Let's get into it. And what you're looking at here is really the outcome. This is the a look at a purchase quote that you can share with your clients, and they can go as deep or as light as you want. And you can send one option, two options, three options, and go down the rabbit hole as much as you want. So for the engineer, you might need to really get into all of the details like specific loan fees and prepaids and impounds and take them all the way down the rabbit hole. But for most, what they're interested in is, hey, help me understand why one payment's different than another and what my cash to close is for each. But the whole goal here is to show them something that you can walk them through and that they'll understand and then help drive decision because decision is really where the gold is. And so we added tools and charts to help you, and you can add one or none, or all four or five of them. So the goal is to be able to show somebody why you're recommending one thing over another. And this lowest cost breakdown is a really good example of that, where you can say, hey, because you said that you're going to have this loan for, we expect you to have this loan for, about 2 years, right? Where you can quickly see that the second loan option after 2 years is going to save them $3,000 as compared to the others, right? That's why me as a loan officer, I'm recommending that you choose option two. Right? Another way you can use this is you can help them visualize concepts like, look, you can have the low cash to close, but it's coming with a higher payment. You can have something balanced, or you can get that low payment, but it's going to cost you a little more at closing, right? Same thing with, hey, is it time for me to buy a house yet or not? Like renting is great. You can keep renting if you want to. We're going to use a 2-1 buy down to help onboard you into homeownership to make that transition a little bit easier, right? So you're showing people what it takes from a cash flow perspective to own versus rent. And you're telling them at what point in time their mortgage is actually going to be cheaper than their rent. Totally customizable. And it's interactive. So the client gets to play with this. This is the view that the client sees. Same thing with, appreciation. You can do the exact same thing. And we get into some more details in the table where you can actually break it down for them. Hey, after a year, after 3 years, however, pick your timeline, how much appreciation you should expect, principal, your down payment. This is the total net worth as it relates to your house after a given period of time. So it helps drive decision making. You can also show them some more complex concepts like those temporary buy downs in a way that's a lot easier for them to understand. Here's your first year, second year, third year, so on. Right. We're going to support that with your branding and give you a chance to really stand out, add some more trust factors, like your reviews and things like that that you can add to the platform. So it really helps in making those decisions. And we've done the same thing using video. In this particular case for this refi, I added a video to it so that I could walk the consumer through their quote. This is the refi tool that you're looking at here. A lot more going on in this one in particular because I'm adding a lot more data to drive those decisions. And we can show them their break-even point for the refinance, for each option. We can show them what it looks like if they were to pay off their debt or not pay off their debt. And all this data flows through. So if I say, hey, look, let's not pay off that credit card, let's not pay off that auto loan, instantly you see all of the data gets updated here with the cash to close, the lifetime interest savings. Now we're looking at a cost where if I add that back, It's going to change these numbers instantaneously. You can see that in that first column. Another great way that you can leverage this tool, and again, this all comes back to driving decision. If you're just trying to answer the question, should I refinance or not? Well, let's do this. Let's say that all we're going to do is just keep paying the same payment that you have now. So you throw this switch here, and through all of these scenarios, we can see that their payments or cash flow remains the same as it is today. Right? Perfect. How does that impact their lifetime interest savings? Well, for each scenario, you can see the difference. A minute ago, we were looking at a loss in all three of these columns. Now we're looking at a massive benefit. How about the impact of their term? Now we're shaving 100 months off of this first scenario. You know, these are conversations that get a whole lot easier, and you're no longer having to say, trust me. You're saying, trust the numbers. This is what the numbers show. This is the loan officer showing their work. And now the buy-in gets a lot easier. The best part about the whole thing is we understand, you know, being an originator, I understand that it takes a long time to put this stuff together. Normally, this is another reason that we created this tool is so that you can do this in a matter of minutes. It should take you, the goal is 3 minutes or less for every comprehensive quote that you produce, just like this. In many cases, once you get used to the platform, this will take you 1 minute. Like it's lightning fast. A surprise for me, Eric, was when we started doing the videos with these. It took our presentation preparation and the actual communication to the client from about an hour to 12 minutes. And
Wow.
our first time buyers started watching these videos between 6 and 7 times. So they would come back again and again and again and again. Because sometimes you're dealing with a third baseman, that's not present when you're trying to present the
The father-in-law, etc. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, or sometimes just didn't grasp it the first time. And you guys know, especially when you're dealing with mortgages, a lot of times it's in one ear, out the other. So we try to put it in a stickier format. So first time buyers 6 to 7 times are watching the videos, and it's 2 to 3 times for move up buyers, which was also surprising. But that's you throwing your best pitch 6, 7 times, 2, 3 times to your target client, and you're doing it a lot faster. So the
Can I
close
ask?
rates go way up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a loan officer. How do I learn how to use the software? What's your mechanism? Is there like an online videos, or is there an online community, or is there how
Great
does that
question.
to learn?
Yeah, great question. So most people, it's intuitive enough that you come in, you can figure it out yourself. If you want help videos, there's a whole library here and they're not long, drawn out videos. This one you can see is like 5 minutes. That's to help you create your first quote. That's one of the longer ones. Most of them are going to be 30 seconds to 1 minute to really just help you do the task that you're doing right now. If you can't figure it out just by, staring at the screen. We also do onboarding sessions. So people can go and you can book this from the homepage of the site. You can book, demo sessions or onboarding sessions with me personally. And we'll walk you through how to, best practices and how to do this.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, super simple, easy to execute. And there's also some help with the walkthrough when you're first, adding your first quote. But frankly, most people will get it just from this screen. These are all fields that you're going to be familiar with. Best practice is you go and you fill out the first one and you simply duplicate it to the second and third scenarios so that you can create your own custom view for your client.
Do you
So
find some loan officers are using these for like open house? Here's three payment options for this open house, et cetera. Is that another common use that loan officers are using?
massively common. And there's actually two strategies there. One is, and I love this one. This is a good tip for you guys that are working open houses. You have HomePower works on your phone. So you can do this remote. You can do this from anywhere. Have that link to your quote on your phone and you stand there at the open house and you ask them if they'd like to see a couple of different loan options specific for this house. Happy to text it to you. Now you have an open text thread with a potential buyer and you're presenting them something that they probably haven't seen before. So major lead capture option there. There's another tool that we have that looks like this. Okay, you can create this for free for your agents. You can do as many of them as you want. And it's just a quick form to log in, right, for your visitors. So this is going to capture at the open house. And once you're there, you create the quote, you create some simple numbers for the visitor so that they can see, payment and basic costs, right? This is designed to be light. We don't want to go down the rabbit hole with them yet. Well, now you've done lead capture. You can also have them text both you and the agent. If they click this start a conversation, now you've got a three-way text thread going with the realtor. Same thing. This link right here is going to go to your digital business card, which is also free and part of the platform. There's all kinds of opportunity for engagement, but most importantly, if you go to the open houses, now you've got leads that you can drop in your CRM, you can drop in your agent CRM, through our integrations, or you can simply download these as an Excel file and send them to them and work them for your agent. Whole point is top of funnel. Now I'm capturing leads in open houses that I don't even have to attend. So that's really the objective is how can I add value to the agent and get a list of leads every Monday morning that I didn't have to go stand in an open house for 3 hours for.
And so if I create a presentation for a client, it just gives me a link, and then I send the link to the borrower.
That's exactly right.
They click on the link, it opens up, and there it is.
That's exactly right. So we use this with builders. We use this with real estate offices where you can actually have this link embedded on their website. And then every Monday or whatever cadence you want, you update the rates for the scenarios that you're
Mhm.
proposing for that property, or just in general. So it's a really good way to branding, awareness, support for your partners. A great way to do it. The open house mode also has a builder version where you can brand it for the builder. Another great way for them to capture leads. This is really good for your small and mid-size builders that don't necessarily have a big tech platform to work from.
Okay, so contact information. What's their website? I'm a loan officer and I'm interested in getting more information. Where do I go?
HOMPWR.com. That's HOMPWR.com. You can sign up for a free trial, 14 days. You get to use the whole platform. There are 3 tools that are free forever. It's a digital business card, our open house tool, and then also an approval letter generator that just helps you and your agents download letters that are set to your parameters. So long as they're trying to download a letter within the pricing that you have approved them for, it'll let them do it. But yeah, go here. When you create your account, I actually have a special offer for your team, Eric. I'm giving you our lowest pricing that's available for enterprise accounts. Effectively nets out at $60 per month to use the platform. So you try for free, and then you pay $60 a month for the service. That code is Mitchell for
Got it.
obvious reasons.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so $60 a month. Is there a cap on how many presentations I can do?
No caps.
Unlimited. Is there a
Unlimited.
cap on how many realtors I can co-brand?
No, same thing. We want
So
you to have,
unlimited. Applications are unlimited, presentations are unlimited, leads are
yes,
unlimited,
absolutely.
$60 a
100%.
month, and I look like a rock star.
That's it. It's that simple.
Thank you so much for building this. Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you letting me share.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody, you guys get on the free trial, $60 a month. It's as big a no-brainers as we've all come across. So, let's take action on this one.
Yeah. The last thing I'll tell you, Eric, about this is the one thing that I can guarantee you is that 1 out of every 3 quotes that you send like this, we get a raving review. So we get feedback from the client, from the agent saying, wow, this is impressive. This is incredible. Thank you for sharing. I now understand it. Something along those lines. So from a closing perspective, I mean, it's just going to get you more loans. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, that's the name of the game, right?
Yeah, $6 a month times 12 months a year, $720. Right? If it gets me one extra loan a year, I mean, it's worth it to get one extra loan a year. You just got to make the investment in yourself and believe and then take action and implement, use the software, right?
So do what you're already doing faster and better. That's it.
Okay, man. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Take action and let's go get it.
That was good. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely.